So these trainers sold out pretty quickly. I got the Auburn brown pair on a raffle, and I didn't think I'd be able to get them. And however, these sat for a little while, for first few hours, and then sort of sold out in majority of sizes. And I was impressed with the quality of the Auburn brown pair. And these are the trainers themselves. So this is the Pantone colorway, and it's cream white and gum. And with this trainer, it's one of those ones where I like this particular silhouette, which I sort of said on the Auburn brown colorway as well, because it's wide foot friendly. And with this one being a collab as well, it's got slightly better materials. And they were originally released in 1979 as a handball trainer, and so it was more for sort of elite handball players really, and that's the reason why they were sort of released. And it's obviously a collab with Sporty and Rich, who were known for, I suppose, sort of Instagram sort of mood board collages, and also now sort of clothing and health and well-being. So that's what they're sort of predominantly known for, and obviously collabing with Adidas as well. So with the details of this trainer, like I said earlier, it comes in a Pantone gum and cream white, and it has a gum cupsole. So as you can sort of see here, so kind of your foot sort of slightly inside of this cupsole, because this cupsole sort of wraps around the upper of the trainer. And the material is a soft nubuck suede material, so it feels really nice in hand and sort of quite soft. It's quite rigid at the same time because of the fact that it's one of those ones where when you sort of have it in hand, it's basically a bit thicker than normal, and you can sort of feel that it's quite sort of quality. And the price on these are £100. With the comfort and sizing, so these have got a sort of firm sole in my opinion. It's not too much sort of comfort in there, and it's one of those ones where when you have them on feet, you feel it sits sort of low to the ground, so there isn't much cushioning in there, but at the same time it feels quite sort of neutral on foot. And it has a sort of ultralight sock liner insole, which is sort of contoured to your foot. It has a leather lining on it, and then underneath you can sort of see it's got these memory foam type pads on the arch area and also on the heel area, and that's what provides the support. I imagine this will kind of then sort of disintegrate over time and just become a bit sort of recessed, but initially it feels quite nice and it's quite sort of supportive. And like I said, the insole itself has got sort of a leather lining to it as well. And the overall with the trainer, there isn't much support around the arch, so I will say that it's one of those ones where when you sort of look at the trainer itself, there isn't kind of any, apart from the insole itself, there isn't any sort of markings or so it's not really sort of contoured to your arch especially, so there isn't too much support there. It's only from this area here. And I would say there's not really much wearing time with these. Reason being is they feel quite sort of soft on foot, and even though the leather is thicker than a normal handball sneaker, it does feel sort of quite easy to rock and quite sort of soft on feet, and giving as well. And true to size works on these in my opinion. I think you can go down half a size, but in all honesty there isn't too much length room. It's more the width is quite sort of a wide sneaker, so I personally wouldn't, in my opinion. And this has a sort of standard grip for kind of all types of weather. I think it's much better than the Samba and more like a Gazelle really, because it's quite sort of low to the ground. It does feel quite sort of sticky and grippy, so it should be okay, but it's not going to be like a massive performance compared to say sort of to modern day trainers. But at the same time, because it sits sort of flat, you should be fine. With the Sambas, they have like protruding grooves on the back, and I kind of slip around on those, so I like this format better. So with the look and style, I like the classic Adidas original styling. It's one of those sort of 70s sort of trainers that they tend to do well. And I also like the fact that it's got like a satin inliner in the collar as well, and the colour is really nice and quite sort of vibrant as well. And this one's definitely one for sort of spring summer in my opinion. It's a nice one to wear for that time, and for me it's one of those ones where the more you sort of look at this sneaker, the more cooler it looks. And it's a good one to rock casual and smart casual, because this one's got sort of a more of an elevated look to it, and even the leather you can sort of see here is quite sort of premium. It feels like you can kind of wear it pretty much with anything, and even wear it with sort of smart trousers. Yeah, this will be a sort of louder sort of sneaker on foot, but at the same time it's very cool looking at the same time. And you can go with the sort of these Pantone green colour laces, but it also comes with some almost sort of off-white colours as well. And on the lace tips, you can sort of see here it's got sort of sporty and rich written on there, which is nice that they've given some extra ones. And you know, you could also just put in some sort of plain white ones as well, just to kind of go with it. So with the pros, I like the fact that it's lightweight. The sneaker feels very sort of lightweight, and the only sort of weight that you have is the gum sole itself, and it's quite sort of feels quite heavy on. But other than that, the trainer itself is light and quite sort of low to the ground. And like I said earlier, the leather quality on this, you know, the suede material, nubuck material that they're using is really, really nice, and quite sort of thick cut as well in my opinion, and just feels really good on foot. And I like, especially like with this silhouette, it's really wide, as you can sort of see here. It's very, very wide, and just makes it a lot easier for someone with a wide foot such as myself to get into the trainer quite easily. And also like the contoured insole, which I spoke about earlier. I think that's a really nice touch, and just provides that added bit of comfort, and I suppose that's what makes it a Spezial type sneaker. With the cons, I think the comfort, obviously it's not going to be like best in class comfort, but I can manage with this one. Some of the other models like the Samba and the Gazelles I don't find too comfortable, and I think this one is probably first for me, and then maybe the Gazelle Indoor. And this particular colourway is probably not for everyone because it's quite bright and quite sort of vibrant, and you know, it's more sort of on the teal side rather than green, so just be wary of that. So with the ratings, I think with this one as well, I still give it sort of 5 out of 5. I think it looks really nice, and the colourway is, you know, one of those ones where it's a bit bright and it's a bit kind of out there, and it'll be sort of difficult to match at the same time. But if you can pull it off, it's a really cool wear, and I like the off-white hits of these stripes and the ankle collar as well. And the comfort is just standard stuff, so I'm going to give that a 3. It's not like bad comfort, but you know, I can make do with wearing it all day, similar to, I suppose, you know, like an Air Max 1 or I suppose a 990 V2. They kind of feel, you know, just sort of quite sort of firm on foot, but at the same time quite sort of supportive. And the quality, I think, you know, paying £100 for a pair of these is with this, which is a collab as well, I think it's good value, and because it's a Spezial model as well, you get a few added touches here and there. And like I said, the satin ankle collar, the leather lining on the insole, and the contoured insole itself, and then the leather material overall just provides a nice package with the extra laces. And the pricing at £100, I mean, they kind of normally retail at £85 for the Spezial model, for the Handball Spezials, and so that's not a bad price for a GR version, and to only be £15 extra for a collab, I think it's quite nice, and like I said, it warrants the extra £15 in terms of the leather quality. And overall, I give the sneaker a 5 out of 5. I think it's still really cool. With this one and the brown pair, I'd probably pick the brown pair because it's just a bit easier to wear with anything really, and easy to sort of match. And that's a particular one that, even though they're kind of made up of this sort of suede nubuck material, that one I could probably wear in the winter time, whilst this is more of a spring summer type situation. And you have to be able to sort of pull these ones off carefully because of the fact that it would be a bit difficult to match up. But I do like the way these look, and this kind of suede sort of brushing material that's going on as well. It just looks really nice on this particular one. You can notice it a lot more than the brown pair.